On this trip, I am traveling down to Shikoku to a campsite called Minoda no Fushi Campground. So this is a free campground, first come, first serve. This is the second time I've been to this campground, and each time there's been quite a few people. It's a popular spot. Now, I am traveling off season. This is in November of 23, and there were still a bunch of campers at this campground. One thing I liked about this campground is a short walk. There was a 7-Eleven and then also a rest station off the highway, which had a big food court with lots of food option and an onsen, which it's really nice. Onsens in Japan are amazing. Now, I'm only staying overnight at this campground, and I'll be heading in the morning to the port to hop a ferry to Shodo Island. Using a vehicle ferry in Japan is really easy for motorcycles. So every ferry I've ever been on, it's always no reservation. You just show up, first come, first serve, only for motorcycles. If you're in a vehicle, reservations recommended. And then also for motorcycles, they vary on price depending on the cc size. And typically there'll be a cheaper price for 750cc and under, and then of course a slightly bigger price for 750cc and over. On top of that, you'll get charged the passenger fare. And so the ferry that I went on to Shodoshima, my motorcycle was only 450cc, so the price was 1,850 yen, almost $12. And then my passenger fare was 700 yen, which was about $5. And it's a fairly short ferry ride to the island, less than an hour. Every ferry that I've been on, I've always been impressed with the staff. So for the motorcycles, they usually have a designated spot, and then they'll chalk the wheel and they'll tie down the bike really good, and they'll take super extra care in making sure it's secure and won't fall over. So make sure when you're leaving your bike to go upstairs, you grab everything you need. Now, every ferry I've been on, the amenities always vary. Some have a restaurant, some you just have to bring your own food. Others, most have vending machines available to grab something to drink. One popular attraction on the island is the Shodoshima Olive Park. And like the name suggests, there's olive trees there. Now, it's not just the olives that attract tourists. You can rent witches' brooms, and you can jump in the air and take a photo in front of this Greek-style windmill. It's a very popular photo destination. So a lot of people will go around there and take photos, and it's pretty cool. One thing I was interested in checking out while on the island was a series of Buddhist temples high up in the mountains. The path up to the temples was a little bit more challenging than I expected to be. A lot of debris on this road with leaves and sticks and all that. Fortunately, the road was paved, but it's also still very narrow with that. So I had to be very careful since I only have running street tires on the motorcycle. It's not an enduro, it's not an adventure bike, but I kind of treat it like it is sometimes. Taking the time to explore these remote and beautiful temples is really rewarding. Hiking up the top of this mountain was just a spectacular view and really makes my trips around Japan worthwhile. Thanks for watching, everybody, and make sure to check out the next My Motorcycle Adventure.